In this video I will tell you about my 5 favorite watches that I reviewed in 2023. This is the end of the year, and in this video I want to take a look back and think about watches that I reviewed through the year. There are quite a few. As a watch enthusiast I liked all of them, but some of them I liked more and some of them I liked a lot. During this year I reviewed some great and cool watches, but not all of them I felt bond with and connected with. It's not like I should to connect with all of them, but some of them I liked more, and some of them I even wanted to get into my collection, and one of them I actually got into my collection. So let's talk about my 5 favorite watches that I reviewed in 2023. Big shout out to Ren from Wrist-Time Core for letting me to get my hands on all these incredible timepieces. You should definitely check out Wrist-Time Core Instagram for beautiful watch pictures, and if you live in Canada or US and you want to buy a watch, reach out to Ren. There is actually a special code available in the description. In this video will be featured Grand Seiko, Patek Philippe, GOC, girard-perregaux and IWC. So let's go. I will start with the Grand Seiko Skyflake. It was my first long time encounter with a Grand Seiko watch. I had it for a week and loved a model a lot. This model does not get too much attention, but so far it's one of my favorite Grand Seiko watches. I would be happy to own one. The dial is a masterpiece and emulates the look of the snow on a sunny day after some windy weather brilliantly. The darker dial compared to the regular snowflake dials helps with contrast for the hands and the markers. They are easy to read in any light or even with a little light. The Seiko spring drive movement is nicely decorated and makes the second hand move insanely smooth, unlike a regular mechanical watch. It's simply floating. It features a 70-hour or 3 days power reserve and a power reserve indicator on the bottom left of the dial showing the amount left in reserve. The stated accuracy of the movement is 15 seconds per month. The watch comes with 100 meters of water resistance, which is perfect considering the classic look of the model. It doesn't have a screw-down crown, so no extreme water activities, but the 100 meters of water resistance is still good peace of mind to have. Of course you have the incredible Zaratsu polishing with this watch, which Grand Seiko is famous for. The original alligator strap is soft and comfortable, easy to wear. With this diameter of 40 mm, lug-to-lug of 48.5 mm and thickness of 12.8, the watch wears very comfortably on my 17 cm wrist. Almost a year passed and I still remember this watch, and I wish I had it in my collection. The second watch is GOC Reversa. Now I had 2 Reversa models at the same time and they were quite different. I had the classic model dual face and tribute model monophase, and it was really nice experience to have them both and to compare them both side by side. Reversa is a legendary and iconic watch, something that probably most watch enthusiasts would love to have in their collection. They both are incredible watches, although very different in appearance. So I can say that I was impressed by both models, and if I had to choose I would have a hard time to do so. So I was supposed to talk about one of the Reversa models, but let me talk about both of them and compare them both a little bit. For more everyday and casual wear I would choose the classic dual face model for several simple reasons. First, it can work well with dress and casual occasions. It's not good for swimming or any extreme sport, but with the GOC 1000 testing Reversa should do just fine as your everyday watch. When you flip the watch, you will see another dial with a different design. The second dial time can be set independently, which makes this Reversa a perfect GMT travel watch. The watch is powered by a manual wind GOC in-house movement. The model is 47 mm long and 28.3 mm wide. It is 10.3 mm thick. This is actually the largest available case for the dual face model. The tribute model is quite different. It has a sunrise brushed blue dial. There are other dial color options also available. This watch is a true work of art. With its design and the proportions, it's a perfection. The blue dial is a sort of chameleon. In a certain light it turns to a beautiful eggplant purple color. It features mirror polished applied hour markers and dolphin hands. The dimensions of the watch are these: 45.6 long and 27.4 mm wide. The thickness is 8.5 mm, which feels very thin on the wrist. Also 3 bar or 300 meters of water resistance, so again definitely not suitable for swimming. This watch also has a GOC in-house manual wind caliber with power reserve of 42 hours. So the next watch in the list is girard-perregaux Laureato. This watch surprised me a lot. When I put this Laureato on a wrist, I made a few surprising discoveries. I have been a girard-perregaux fan for a long time. I own a Richelieu model a long time ago. I always liked Laureato. But after spending some time with this watch, I realized that this is the watch that checks a lot of boxes for me personally. What's also good is that you can get this watch with a discount from the retail price. With girard-perregaux Laureato you have great design, in-house movement and a luxury brand with rich history. GP is not the holy trinity obviously, but I would put them on the same level as GOC and Zenith. This is a 42mm version with a black dial. Reference number 81010. This particular watch was from 2021. Lug-to-lug dimensions is 49mm, which is good for a 42mm watch with an integrated bracelet, and the watch is also 11mm thick, or I could say 11mm thin. The watch comes with a quick set dial, 100 meters of water resistance and a screw-down crown with a GP logo on it. The crown is big enough and easy to grab and operate. The watch has a tapered brushed bracelet with polished center links and polished bevels. It has a butterfly style clasp with also GP logo on it. GP01800 in-house movement is in the watch. It is an automatic movement with 54 hours of power reserve. It is very sleek, thin and comfortable watch to wear. Integrated bracelet watches have their own beauty. Luxury sports watch with a sort of industrial design. But integrated bracelet watches can also be tricky. Depending on the design, some of them will wear larger compared to regular watches. With Laureato I was surprised when I tried this 42mm version on my wrist. It did not feel like a large watch at all. In fact, if I did not know, I would think that the watch is 40mm. For comparison, my Tissot PRX wears larger than it is. But this 42mm Laureato was really great on my wrist. I loved how it was on my wrist a lot. There's another tricky thing about integrated bracelet watches. Bracelets usually are with no micro adjustments, so you have to be kinda lucky to find the perfect fit for your wrist. The next one is the most expensive watch that I was reviewing is the Patek Philippe Calatrava Pilot Travel Time in 37mm case. This Patek Philippe Calatrava Pilot Travel Time didn't do anything for me on pictures or videos, but when I got this watch for review and put it on my wrist, everything changed. Suddenly I was in love with this Patek. I don't know, maybe it's just some Patek Philippe magic, but I find this watch very attractive and beautiful and useful. The reference for this particular watch is 7234R001. But boy, this is a hateful Patek. I knew that this model was a controversial for Patek, but when I posted about this watch on forums, people just hate it. I personally find it very charismatic watch, especially with its 37.5mm case size. It's just perfect for my wrist. There is a 42mm case size version available as well for those with larger wrists. I actually made a name for it, Pilot Trava. Remember that I made it up. Despite the small size, the watch looks prominent on the wrist. The watch also looks a bit bigger than it is, and because it is a gold watch, it's quite heavy as well. But the weight distributes nicely on the wrist and does not make it uncomfortable. The watch has a water resistance of up to 100 meters, which is suitable for short periods of recreational swimming, but no screw-down crown. The rose gold applied numerals are with a superluminous lume, and the lume is shiny in the dark. The GMT function operates very easily on this watch, and there is a locking mechanism for pushers, which is very handy so you won't move the GMT hand accidentally. With one pusher you move the hand forward, with another backwards. That's it. There is a day-night indicator on the dial, which is very handy for travel or tracking another time zone from your home time. The GMT hand can easily be hidden under the hour hand, so if you don't want to have it, you can hide it under the hour hand and it won't be distracting you. The date function is located on a sub-dial at 6 o'clock. The date indicator is not the best to read on the fly, but it's handy and can be useful in a travel watch. The watch easily can be worn on both wrists because of the additional crowns. The watch is very versatile. It has a sporty pilot watch look, but it is conservative enough to be a dress watch as well. With its small diameter and 11mm thickness, it fits nicely underneath shirt sleeve. I was absolutely in love with this model and would definitely add it to my collection if I could afford. Maybe someday. And the last watch I want to talk about is this IWC Mark 18 Le Petit Prince. This is a very unusual case for me. I got this watch for review and had it for about a week, and despite some quirks of this watch, I fell in love with it. So I made a deal, and with some trade I got this watch. And now this is one of my favorite watches in the collection, and I wear it in my active rotation. This is a stainless steel pilot's watch from one of the most famous Swiss manufacturers, IWC. The watch diameter is 40 mm. It has a non-in-house automatic movement. The sapphire domed crystal with anti-reflective coating on both sides. The watch features 3 hands, hour, minutes, and seconds hand, and the date. This is a special Mark 18 Le Petit Prince edition that now discontinued. It comes with a beautiful deep blue sunburst dial. In certain light, the dial appears as black. As for the weird things, there is a 40 mm diameter, the lug-to-lug is 51 mm, which makes them wear larger than it is. The watch uses the soft iron as an anti-magnetic feature, which is an outdated technology. The watch is powered by the oscillator base movement with only 42 hours of power reserve. Not really great by the modern standard. The date window location is disproportionate to the rest of the dial, and it looks like it's off. The lume is weirdly applied only on the hands and markers at 12, 3, 6 and 9. And the most strange feature of this watch is the water resistance rating. The watch is rated to 60 meters, not 50, not 100, 60. But at the same time it has a screw-down crown. These features do not make sense to me, but I guess I feel more confident in swimming with 60 meters of water resistance and screw-down crown than 100 meters and no screw-down crown. But nonetheless, I was so impressed by this watch, how it was on my wrist. I liked it a lot. I liked the simplicity and look of this watch so much that I ended up getting it for myself, and I love it a lot and I wear it a lot. So these are my 5 favorite watches that I reviewed in 2023. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about these watches, which one you like the most, which one you don't like, which one would you buy, and which one you wouldn't buy. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. I will see you next time. Bye now and take care.